ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Wade on marimba. So because we have to move a little bit of equipment, this gives me a great chance to talk about just how impressive what that was. So that piece, obviously, those of you that have a program can see, is entitled White Pines by Michael Burritt, who is the professor at Eastman School of Music, one of the most prestigious music conservatories over on the East Coast and in the United States. That piece was composed for him as a soloist, Burritt, in 2015 for the PASIC All-Star Collegiate Ensemble. PASIC is the National Percussive Arts Society organization, and as you can imagine, for being a national organization, we can turn the mic up, we'll just drown out all of the sounds behind me. Listen, very good performing, moving equipment, a little bit less so, it's all good. But PASIC, the all-star group that was there, is made up of some of the best percussion performers in the United States, and that piece was obviously originally written for them. And this group of students went above and beyond in every way I can describe. Not a single minute of school time was spent rehearsing that. Every single performance practice that they did, rehearsal, was done outside of school, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night in the band room. Thank you, Dr. Gerke, for letting them be in there. Whenever he's walking back from his workouts at night, he just hears Hayden in the band room. And it used to be, hey, I don't know if this kid should be in here. And then he started hearing what he was doing. He's like, well, he's got to do it somewhere because not many places have a 5-octave marimba. So if he's going to spend the money, he's going to get his money's worth out of it. So, but that group just spent so much time putting it together. And I have to give a huge shout out to Mari Hodges, St. Norbert grad, who was covering and helping out with one of the percussion one parts here. So a huge shout out to Mari for helping us out on that. Yeah, absolutely. So at this point, we're gonna get this big marimba back to the percussion section. It's nice when it can be out front. It's really pretty and it sounds amazing, but it does need to go back to, I don't want to say where it belongs, but it does need to be a little bit less out of my way. Tonight you're going to hear some really incredible music from some really hard-working musicians. We've got 7 pieces of music to perform for you, a couple of different features, a lot of seniors to recognize, so I'm going to split it up throughout the night so you don't have to listen to me talk about 22 seniors in one go. But if I do have a long chunk, I'll let you know so it's a good bathroom break time. But as we get the stage finally set here, I just want to say thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for supporting these musicians. I'll talk a little bit more as the night goes on, but this was my vamping for the start of the concert. So thank you so much. That first piece, again, featured Hayden Wade on marimba. We're going to get going here in just a minute with the full group. Thank you. Now there are some challenges of having 21 percussionists in an ensemble, and there are some advantages. And being able to do a piece like that features so many of our talented percussionists doing so many cool interconnected grooves. I hope you enjoyed it. That piece was called Africa, Ceremony, Song, and Ritual by the late W. Smith. We're going to change things up a little bit in terms of pacing and intensity. This next piece is a piece near and dear to my heart. I started, those of you that don't know, be hard not to, but I went to Stevens Point for my undergrad and my graduate degrees. Our very first class of conducting, we had to conduct the vocal piece, Deep River. And it's a very challenging thing to do when you're typically like a trumpet player who has never been like, singing is good. So this was the very first piece that I ever really conducted when I was in college. I was fortunate to put this on my graduate conducting recital when I was getting my master's, and I was able to conduct it with Stevens Point. And now I'm able to bring it to West Pier and do this piece with another great group of musicians. You're gonna hear some soloists throughout the group. You'll see a lot of them standing up during it. So you'll be able to recognize and acknowledge them. Do it at the end though, not during the piece. It's a quiet piece. The clapping, we'll save it for the end. But I do want to give a shout out. You're going to hear some piano over there from Sam Conover as well. I hope you enjoy. This is our rendition of Deep River. as we have some percussion shift around. This will be a good time. I'm going to break up our senior recognitions at different points in this concert. So this will be the first one. Let me go ahead and grab my stack of... I got 22 of these to give out, so it's going to be a little bit. But I will keep them short and sweet. Seniors, it's not because I don't care. You'll all have a letter from me that you can read my thoughts about you. They're all nice. I only called one of you a dumpster diver. And you all know who I'm talking about. The first senior, these are all going to be our brass players, by the way. The first senior I want to recognize is Lucy Kraft. An absolutely incredible musician who was kind enough to suffer through playing trumpet in jazz band for me for multiple years, even though Lucy's like, I hate this. And I'm like, please, I need trumpet players and you're so good. Which actually was the exact same conversation I had with the other senior I'm going to recognize, which is Maddie LaSala, another incredible horn player in concert band and trumpet player in jazz band. Maddie is an incredible musician. They make sure to keep me honest with good, strong feedback and correct criticisms when they need to be there. So I really appreciate that. A student who always willing to take on a new challenge and excels at those challenges when they come up, including learning bass clef over the summer, picking up a valve trombone, playing every form of euphonium that I can throw at him. Brady Trombley. Our lone senior back there in the trumpet section, a great leader. You're going to hear her solo a little bit later in one of our other pieces. This is for Grace. There's only 3 more from the brass. You just heard an incredible solo from this amazingly talented concert tubist and jazz trombonist, Michael Crandall. An incredibly thoughtful individual who, when during our dress rehearsal yesterday, I spilled coffee all over myself and on my podium because I was gesticulating wildly with my hands, as I'm known to do. And I really thought I didn't have as much coffee in my cup, but I had a full cup of coffee this morning, compliments of Juniper. And then back in the trombone section as well, incredibly dedicated, wonderful vocalist for our jazz band, great section leader as well with Juniper back there in the trombone, Xander Konjerski. I'll have more later. But for this next piece is by the contemporary composer Kataj Copley. Some students in this ensemble have played his other works. We've played music by him. This piece is actually a sequel or follow-up of sorts to an earlier piece he has called Halcyon Hearts. We've performed that piece. This is I want to make sure I get it right, the finale for love. Halcyon Hearts is an overture for love. This is a finale for love. It is intended to exude joy, positivity, and something that I think our entire ensemble tries to focus on, which is something that all the seniors will see in their letters that I wrote to them. I believe in leading with love. Start with a point from love, and everything else tends to be a lot easier from there. So I hope you enjoy our finale for love, Everglow. All right, next stack of these. Now this is because percussionists have another big crazy setup thing that they need to do. So you either have to listen to me vamp or talk about the seniors, and this is way better. So, all right. Got a lot of flutes here, so we'll start knocking them out one at a time. Great committed student, through adversity and challenges, always rises and does a great job. McKenna. Absolutely dreads coming in for lessons, but is always ready and prepared and willing to take feedback and constructive feedback and always improves. Asher. They asked, was that necessary? I'm like, I had to deal with the lessons for the last 4 years. If you come in and be like, you can deal with one sentence of embarrassment at a concert. Speaking of another student with a little bit of a fraught history with lessons, but always challenging and working super hard, great amount of growth, Bella. Okay, I promise these are not all going to be me picking on lessons. Next student, just a joy, brings an enthusiasm for music to everything they do, Justice. I'll keep the flutes. I've got a couple saxophones at the end there. Always good for a great conversation in a lesson, musically, pop culture, whatever the best Star Wars story that currently exists out there is. I know a little bit bittersweet, but for this concert, Anne. Senior, I did not think I was going to be writing a letter to because they returned back to us for her senior year, and I'm so thrilled that she did. An incredible musician. We're so happy that you came back for your senior year. Sydney. Our final flute, drum major. Here to hear some piccolo playing. Really incredible musician. Anna. One of the most crazy busy people in the band, between dance team, band, staying committed for 4 years to 2 incredibly challenging disciplines that most high schoolers just can't handle. It is incredible that she's been able to be such a leader in band and in dance. Ryla. When I get down to the last ones, they all know who it is, so they're like, okay, what's he gonna say? I wasn't able to break this student of a bad habit playing the wrong kind of B flat on their alto saxophone. However, hasn't held them back at all. Still an incredible leader, incredible musician, Katie. All right. Did the Vamp King do okay, Luke? I got everyone. You guys got enough time for setup? It feels a little bit weird. Those of you that were at Jazz Night, I'm used to bouncing off of Luke from the basket raffle, so this feels a little one-sided. This next piece is going to be a percussion feature. Again, with how many percussionists we have, finding music and opportunities for them to be kind of at the forefront and have the band be a supportive role is a challenge. But this next piece is by Nathan Daughtry. It's called Water Spirits. You're going to hear some really cool percussion things going on. You should be able to see most of them. If not, feel free to stand against one of the walls to see if you can get the right angle, okay? This is called Water Spirits. All right, last batch, and it's the smallest one. Moved here before your freshman year, and I remember meeting with you and your grandma that during, like, right before school started, and I was like, oh, he plays bass? Thank God. Oh, it's so hard to get great bass players, and Phoenix is absolutely one of the best. All right, some of them are still going to be floating around back there, but if you're a senior percussionist, try to listen up for your name, because I'm going to say it in a bit here. A late addition to our high school band, which to me is always something that should be commended and appreciated at such a high level, of taking on the challenge of this music, having not gone through some of our lower levels with Ms. Zacher and Mr. Shep helping kind of guide that musical journey from 5th grade through 8th grade. But coming to high school and having to deal with me as your primary teacher, whew. Especially as a percussionist, I'm a trumpet player. I do my best. I give them a lot of cool toys back there. But at the end of the day, they all still find a way to be successful. This person, absolutely true. On the other side, Caitlin. When this person was a freshman, I really struggled with the best method to teach him. Always required such clear and specific instructions to do exactly the right way, exactly how I wanted it every single time. And I realized in my first couple lessons with him, I'm like, I should probably have a better sense of what I want this to sound like. So in a lot of ways, made me a more thorough teacher in those lessons. So a huge shout out, Luke. Now this card may have the word dumpster diver in it. It might be dumpster diving, the act of, not actually calling him that. But someone who roots around in all the back practice rooms, finding every weird old thing that Mr. Shep bought 20 years ago. 25, 30? I don't know. We'll just keep rolling the clock back on it. But from that has come a passion for finding new and creative ways to repurpose and reimagine things that were part of the West Appear band tradition into the modern side of it. Not to mention cleaning out a couple of practice rooms. And I think Dr. Gerke's like, never in a million years would he think on my watch something would get cleaner. So huge shout out to Braylon Kirscher. I think sometimes lost in the shuffle of having so many senior percussionists, this idea of how do you kind of stand out when there's so much talent and so much skill, and growing and developing is a huge part of everything we do. But this student kind of stands out as lead by example type. Always willing to do things the right way, someone that I can rely on and trust to set an example that I would be happy and thrilled if future students carried themselves in the same way as Joseph. Now, you all heard this percussionist play earlier, so I don't need to spend a lot of time talking about his outstanding skill set or his dedication to his craft or anything like that. With great talent comes sometimes a little bit of clash and conflict with directors, and Hayden and I have definitely had those moments, but I wouldn't trade any of them for the experience that we've had and the musicianship that you've brought to the program. Are you over on this side? There we go. A huge shout out to Hayden Wade. All right. I'll have one more break for senior awards later, but those are all of my senior recognitions. On each of those letters, there's a pin that says West Appear Band that I give to all the seniors when they are on their final concert. You'll all notice they also have an orange carnation. It's a tradition from my undergraduate. We had a flower concert as our final concert. So I continued that here and gave these seniors. So if you see anyone with a flower, this is their final concert at West Appear. And if you are able to check out the digital program, I know QR codes, I'm sorry. But if you want to check it out when you get home, that's fine. But there is a note there about our seniors and about how this program produces students who carry themselves a certain way, regardless of musical ability, regardless of talent, skill, growth, anything like that. It is a point of pride for me that when a student leaves this band program, they have held each other accountable to achieve excellence. And that is becoming a rarer and rarer trait today. So I just want to give a massive shout out again to all the seniors for leading by example and being thoughtful. And I hope that when you go into the next chapter of your life, you take that thoughtfulness with you and still find a way to keep music involved, but even if you don't, try to hold on to the memories and the lessons that we had from high school band. So thank you, seniors, again. This next piece, they all asked me what Kelly we're going to do this year. I didn't have a plan for it. I know it seems like I do one every year because I kind of do, but they're like, we're not going to leave our senior year without another Kelly. So this is Frank Kelly's version of the American folk song Shenandoah. not necessarily senior awards, but something I do want to recognize. This past October, we had 4 students from this program that were recognized as state honors musicians across the entire state of Wisconsin. Hundreds, thousands of students audition to be the representatives from our school in Madison at the State Music Convention as state honors musicians, the best of the best in the state. They go to work with incredible conductors, coming nationally recognized. Our 4 students that were able to be a part of that I want to recognize, they do all happen to be seniors. Braylon Kirscher, Phoenix Roten, Hayden Wade, and Anna Metcalf. Not yet. You can steal my microphone later. This next piece we're going to do for you is an incredibly challenging piece of music. It is called Magnolia Star. It's based off of a train. You'll get the idea when you start listening to it. It provides so many challenges musically, technically. It's so hard, and these kids have worked so hard on it. I hope you really enjoy it. If you don't know the Magnolia Star train, it ran through Illinois. You're going to notice I tried to make our lights a little bit like it, very powerful red and orange. It's a black locomotive with a very distinctive red nose. So hopefully you'll be able to get a feeling of that moving down the line. Here is our version of Steve Danu's Magnolia Star. To say that piece caused some frustrations in our rehearsals is a little bit of an understatement. For any of you parents that heard your kids over the last couple of weeks, be like, I swear to God. It's probably about that piece. But that's so good. I'm so lucky. These students are just incredible musicians and find the most incredible times to rise to the occasion and really, really put forth their best music on the stage for the community. So I just want to say thank you for coming out, supporting these students, supporting music education. There's so many thank yous that I want to give out tonight. My wife Lauren, obviously, for dealing with me, especially me being sick last week. Some of the kids, I think, got what I have. They sound like they're coughing through like a muffler or something. Sorry, Metcalfs and Kershers. It's like, so that was me last week, and Lauren had to deal with me the week before my concert while being sick and stressed, so godsend. Past that, I want to thank, again, Dave Shep and Becky Zacher for supporting the lower levels of grade levels and helping these students have a strong foundation going forward. I would be remiss if I didn't give one of the biggest thank yous to our administration, Dr. Gerke, Dr. Lau, for giving me the freedom to challenge these students with this music and know that they are supported and loved, and this music has opened up ways of thinking about this and making decisions that is special because it comes from a place of administrative support. So I just want to say thank you to them at this time. The 4 awards that I have to give out, I'm going to start with the John Philip Sousa Outstanding Band Member Award. This is our top student, incredible musician, leads by example. The overall kind of heartbeat of the ensemble. This person, I don't have many words to say other than I have been blessed to have been a small part in their musical journey. I am excited for what the future holds. I am excited for the future students that this person is going to teach. I think she has the potential to be an absolutely incredible music educator going to study at my alma mater, Stevens Point, Anna Metcalf. The Mariah Danforth Outstanding Band Member is someone who puts the band above self. Service to the program, service to their peers, knowing how things work and being able to help other people do that and kind of sacrifice of themselves. And I don't think there is a more deserving person in recent memory who has sacrificed as much time to this school, to this program. And I joke with these students about how much they drive me up a wall and how much they have made me go bald faster than I should have. That's genetics, I just like to blame them. The gray in the beard is their fault though. But this student absolutely embodies what being an outstanding band member at West Superior is. And again, the future students that this person could have as a music educator, also studying at my alma mater, Braylon Kersher. The Louis Armstrong Outstanding Jazz Musician Award. All 3 of these awards are voted on by students, by the way. This isn't me just sitting in my office being like, who's going to Stevens Point? Check. No. These are voted on by students. They make the decision of who they think embodies these awards. And the Outstanding Jazz Musician Award this year goes to a student who has challenged themselves in so many ways and really put the ensemble ahead of some of their potential personal desires, and that doesn't go unnoticed. And I am going to miss all of my seniors, and this student is absolutely one of those students in jazz I'm going to miss, Luke Dolan. The last award is the Leonard Bernstein Outstanding Musicianship Award. This is an award that I do choose. And the longer I've given it out, I started giving it out about 10 years ago. And the longer I've given this out, the harder and harder it gets, because the better and better all of these classes get in terms of how they carry themselves and how hard they work and the results that they achieve. Not to diminish anything from previous classes, but this year I racked my brain, and I will probably think that I made a mistake tomorrow or next week, but I know that this student is incredibly deserving. I don't quite have the words to say that this student really does have the impact on the ensemble in a lot of ways, both jazz and concert. In their section, they really do set a tone. The Leonard Bernstein Award goes to Xander Konjerski. Now someone's probably going to bombard me for a microphone. I apologize to extend out this. Most of the time the seniors like to say something. But before they do, I'm just going to talk about this last piece so we can get right into it when we're done. The final piece we have is called Sonic Pathways by Nathan Hervey. And it is just filled with joy. And I love this music. It is, whenever we play it, I smile. I know we've got Francis back there was like, I love listening to this piece. It's so much fun. It's like favorite one in the lessons we've come in. And I hope you enjoy this as our closer. But the final piece will be Sonic Pathways. But I have a feeling, is this, oh, a music, oh God. Who do I give the mic to?
Hello. All right. Traditionally, we give away a senior gift every year for the seniors to Galani. Before we present our senior gift, we as the senior major team wanted to say a few words on G. Over the last 4 years, Galani has given many of us opportunities to grow our leadership skills. His constant motivation and wisdom helped others, including myself, develop leadership skills and guided me through the process of starting and leading the drum line, as well as helping us lead the band this past year.
Mr. Galani has had a tremendous impact on both my growth as a musician and my development as a person. Through the past 4 years, whether it was in our leadership seminars, during a band lesson, or in a moment of asking for advice, Galani has taught all of us as a band the importance of effective communication, respect for others, and perseverance.
So before we give this gift out, I would like to thank everyone who has put work or money into this gift. So shout outs to Katie Mishaw and Joseph King and Mr. Carbon for engraving and 3D printing. So if Hayden would bring our gift, or Joseph. All right, so over this past year, I've seen plenty of different stands come and go from Galani's office. The most recent is the one we are standing behind right now. As you see, the bottom right here is duct taped. The stand is a little rusty on its own, and adjusting it is quite hard and doesn't sound great. So, we thought this new and improved stand would be a great addition. Great addition for his office, and we hope it can be used for many things in the future. Along with the stand, Katie 3D printed this, what is it called? It's like a pencil holder, or you can put your tuner on it, so it'll attach to that, so you don't have to necessarily like take up like space on the stand and like cover music up. So put that there. But one last thank you to Mr. Galaney. You have guided us all through our musical journey and us to where we are today. So.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to miss you all. Let's have a great last round.